Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome everyone to episode 5 of Spitter Swallow, the Royal Rumble Recap Edition. I'm your host as always, the Pornhub Poppy, the one and only Pornhub Poppy, the true Pornhub Poppy. Fuck whatever Katie may say, I am Pornhub Poppy, Daddy Delgado, aka SES Vince. But I'm not here alone. As always, I have to bring in my Chicago brethren and fellow Latino and Asian best friends here on the show. And regulars at this point. Benji Calavera is making a second appearance and showing, like, literal appearance because he never shows his face. Benji, thank you for being on the show, man.
You know, it's an honor. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Of course, man. And of course, might be a regular, maybe co-star of the show, Justin from Get Your Podcast. This is what, like, your fourth appearance on this shit? I think you've only missed
something
one.
Like that. I'm kind of like an intern, you know what I'm saying? If you need me to go get, tacos or, coffee, that's what I'll do.
Go get the tacos, get the hummus, get the jarritos, get the cerveza, all that stuff, man. Yeah.
And it's I'll pay for it. No problem. No problemas.
Just make sure you bring me a bag of Takis, and then we good.
Okay, the Takis. Okay.
We are the YouTube exclusive version of the Smackin podcast. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, and just share with all your friends. Helps the show out, and that's kind of like the whole point of Spitter Swallows, to get the subs up on YouTube, so we get that custom URL. So we are probably like 50 subs away. So go ahead and sub all the way there, guys. If this is your first time watching, which shouldn't be, we're 5 episodes in. This is great content. Gonna run down and recap the show, but it's gonna be like the abridged version of the Smackin podcast. We're gonna go one match by one, give our spits or swallows of the match, what we liked about it. Given that we have a Royal Rumble pay-per-view, there's a lot to spit and a lot to swallow. And this pay-per-view in general, this Royal Rumble in general, had a lot of content, a lot of spits, a lot of swallows, and maybe some gargles in between. So we're going to get things started with the opening match, which was the Universal title match. Roman Reigns, the champion, defending against the SmackDown challenger, Seth Rollins. First and foremost, before we even start with the match, this is getting a spit because I, like my co-host, Matt Ritter from the Smackin podcast, do not condone brand split shenanigans. So a SmackDown superstar should not be challenging. I mean, a Raw superstar should not be challenging for a SmackDown World title. So that's getting a spit. But
okay.
Going into the match, we get Roman Reigns in his Tribal Chief glory comes out looking like $1,000,000. Seth Rollins with the fantastic Shield troll job, coming out with the theme song, with the gear, and even busting out his moveset like his Shield days. There were so many Shield callbacks from the Shield powerbomb. Even Seth being like the fucking like Joker, like doing like laughing maniacally while trying to get a Shield fist bump. That's kind of like when Benji is trying to get on Inside the Mind Up with Katie. So
One day. Essentially.
The match does end with a disqualification when Roman refuses to release the guillotine choke after Seth Rollins does get his hand on the bottom rope. Roman is still a little bit like out of it. He's still triggered by the whole Shield stuff, so he goes to the outside, grabs the steel chair, and again, more Shield callback, hits him in the back, just like Seth did to Roman when the Shield broke up.
Right.
overall, guys, we'll start with Benji because Benji always has like some soliloquies and metaphors to elaborate on. Benji, what do you swallow about this match?
So I'm definitely swallowing it, first of all. Despite what anybody else might say, this was great long-term storytelling, you know what I'm saying? A lot of callbacks, a lot of a lot of things. I didn't expect Seth to come out with the Shield music and then doing all the stuff, dude. Like, I think these two are incapable of having a bad match. And I don't mind the brand split shenanigans in this case.
In this case? What about you, Just? What are you swallowing? Are you swallowing this match? Is there anything specific from the match you want to swallow?
You know what? I mean, minus the whole brand split shenanigans, I kind of swallow this match. If we can just, put that aside, like Benji said, they're incapable of having a bad match. I mean, they got chemistry. I mean, we all know when Seth Rollins came back, they had a banger match. I forgot what pay-per-view was that. What was that, Money in the Bank?
It was Money in the Bank because he beat Roman for the title, and then Dean cashed in the same night.
Right, exactly. Dean Moxley came out, and
Dean Moxley,
wow. Came out, and that was a banger match. If you just look at it that way, so they got chemistry. I also don't mind that it ended the way it did. It doesn't make anybody look bad. So like you said, furthers the story a little bit. We don't know. But I do want to give a shout out to what you said earlier, is that it's like Seth Rollins doing Seth Rollins things when he was the Shield. It's like having that unlockable player. You know what I'm saying? Like, this player can only do this from this era, and he didn't do anything of the stuff that he did before, which is great.
It was fantastic. I will say that I was giving Seth Rollins a lot of shit with his new gimmick. Especially with the outfits, because some of them are just terrible. But the Joker outfit, he busted out on Raw before Royal Rumble. And then the Shield, just troll job. And even tonight on Raw, okay, maybe I'm coming around to Seth Rollins. I'm just saying. And this match went a long way. Both guys have fantastic chemistry, obviously, from their Shield days and just their history in general.
Right.
The match for me, it's getting a swallow for me. I love the match. I thought this was probably the best match of the entire show.
Oh, really?
For me, I thought it was
the whole show.
Okay. The entire show. That's including the other world title match, and that's including and that's in terms of in-ring action, in terms of the match content itself. I think it was my favorite match of the entire fucking show. But then again, there was a lot of shenanigans in both Rumbles, and then there were two matches on the card that I just didn't care about. So that probably plays into a factor. So the match gets a swallow for me. Seth's Shield troll job gets a swallow for me. The Roman guillotine choke, the way the match ended, I think was fine. It doesn't hurt Seth Rollins in the future, even though he doesn't need to be protected because he's a chicken shit heel anyway. And you're losing to Roman Reigns, so it's no shame in losing to him. All the Shield callbacks, fantastic. Even the spear into the pedigree spot was fantastic.
Yep.
All that shit was fantastic.
The Phoenix Splash was also dope, right?
Because he hasn't bust that bitch out in forever.
Yeah.
Curb stomp, everything. Right. Seth literally went out there with all the unlockables and then just hit him with everything. By the way, before we move on, shout out to Benji for actually watching the pay-per-view. Doing his homework.
Disclaimer: I hadn't watched WWE since the last WrestleMania, so this is all new to me, kind of.
I thought it was you haven't been watching since Bianca lost to Becky at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, yeah.
Was it? Oh, SummerSlam, whatever that was.
Yeah. Okay. Since the
August. That was August.
Yeah. So he's been
right.
He hasn't been watching, but he watched because he was on the show and he got a sneaky link by someone. So that's all we'll say.
Shout out,
sneaky link.
Next match on the card was the Women's Royal Rumble. We had a bunch of surprise returns. We had Melina, who wasn't advertised, at number 2 against Sasha Banks. We had skater punk rock Lita, in her 40s, I think she is. But she's still looking good. She showed up,
Yeah.
Both Bellas showing up. Mighty Molly, Ivory with the Right to Censor callback. Mickey James, Impact Knockout Champion Mickey James. Mickey James. There's so many. Summer Rae coming out. What's another one? Especially when she came
WWE legend.
WWE legend Summer Rae. Yes. For quickly, obviously, and then of course, like the biggest return that everybody's been talking and speculated a few days leading up into the Rumble was Ronda Rousey returned, made her return to WWE, and I'm not sure if this is as bad as when Becky returned and killed Benji's motivation for wrestling, but if Ronda continues to cut promos like she did tonight, I might not watch Raw going forward. But the winner was Ronda Rousey, outlasting everyone and finally eliminating at the end Charlotte Flair. I'll run down quickly my swallows of the match, and then I'll let either of you guys go from there, and then we'll go into splits on the match. Okay.
Okay.
So overall, I'm gonna gargle the match because I enjoyed it and I liked it. It wasn't up until number 28 when Ronda showed up that I just soured on the match. I won't do that. You know, it's kind of like when you order like some tacos, but you say hold the onions, and they give you the onions anyway, and in fact they give you extra onions. And it's like you're already like 5 minutes away from the taco place. You're already hot, like all warm inside in your house. You're in your PJs.
Yeah.
It's cold outside. There's a blizzard. You don't really want to go back, so you just sit there and just pick out all the onions. That's what Ronda Rousey was. It's the onions that were unwanted in my taco. So,
oh damn.
So, did it ruin the taco? Kinda, because you still get the onion smell and the taste from the taco. You know, just pour a bunch of lime and hot sauce in there, and you know, just
gets rid of it.
Gets rid of it. So for me, the hot sauce and lime for this match was Sasha with the Sailor Moon cosplay, looking like Sailor Boss. Melina showing up. I loved Melina back in the day. I had no idea she was going to be there, so her surprise entry was fantastic. She looked, goddamn.
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
When she got up on that apron and did that split bounce, man, I'm telling you, tres leches, baby. Just dripping all over that apron bump, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Apron bump. Shout out to Kyle.
Shout out Pretty Kyle.
Shout out to Pretty Kyle. So, also too, like a swallow was Sasha doing the split too after she eliminated Melina.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was like a twerk contest, man. You know what
I'm all for it.
Hey, I didn't even know. Makazi knew.
Makazi knew. Makazi been known.
You know what I'm saying?
He just kept it on the down low.
That's what I'm saying. They probably cosplay his tuxedo mask when he get home. You know.
There you go. Hey, you know. Role play is part of a healthy sexual relationship, guys.
Hey.
There you go. Role play is all about it. If you're not into role player, you know, you maybe should give it a try.
Hey, I'm saying, especially anime.
Yeah, anime role play too.
That's what I'm saying.
Might give that a try myself.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, yo.
Also, speaking of Melina, I just want a huge swallow for her. All the emotion she had. She was so emotional to start the match. That was just really heartwarming to see. And it just like made me feel all fuzzy inside. I'm like, damn. That's so cool. Because she worked so hard to get here. The return of the Bella, specifically Nikki Bella. I love me some Nikki Bella. Like I said, Skater Lita coming out. The fuck, I love Lita. Every time she comes out, like she gets a swallow. Knockouts Women's Champion Mickey James. That's a swallow for me because she actually came out with the Knockouts Championship, and she came out with Hardcore Country instead of her WWE theme song, which was fantastic. Summer Rae, when she came out, going straight after Natty and the camera catching "fuck you" as she was running past the camera. That gets a swallow for me. Shout out to all my Total Diva stands out there, like the show. Season 1. 2? Well, I think it was season 1. It might have, if not, then season 2. But yeah, man, that show was something else. Nikki ASH attacking Mighty Molly. I like that. Like I don't like Nikki Cross like as she's doing the whole superhero stuff, but paranoid delusional superhero heel Nikki ASH is at least more interesting than what she was doing as a clean-cut babyface superhero. And her attacking another legit superhero in Mighty Molly was perfect. I don't know if like it was by design to have Mighty Molly in there for that spot, or if Mighty Molly might have decided, oh well, I'm supposed to be in there as Molly Holly. Nikki Cross thinks she's a superhero. She thinks she should be a superhero. I'm actually a superhero. Let me bust out my superhero gimmick. It'll be a nice little callback. So there's that. Even though I wasn't a fan of her back in the day, Cameron, from the Funkadactyls.
Mm-hmm.
Her coming out and having being used as a storyline plot to further the Sonya Deville Naomi stuff. Fantastic. Naomi eliminating Sonya Deville. That was all great. And Ivory coming out right to censor stuff. That shit was hot.
That was good. Good.
What about you, Just? What are you swallowing for the match?
Well, you know what? To be honest, I mean, you kind of said it all right there because I was pretty amazed by all the guest spots and everybody that was in. Even the new people got time, right? I mean, they got short time, but they had some time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool to see all these people. But I gotta say, real quick, before I pass it over to Benji, I gotta say shout out to all the moms that were in this match.
Oh yeah, shout out to all the MILFs.
All the moms.
All the MILFs up in there.
All the MILFs. You know what I'm saying? They're showing that you can, have a child and come back and do your thing and still look great. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Becky's a mom. Nikki's a mom. Bree's a mom.
Yep.
Rhonda, I'll pass.
Michelle McCool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to the moms, yo.
Yeah.
Benji, which mom would you like, man? Which one?
You know what? Tamina. Shout out to Tamina.
Okay. We see he likes his Islander girls. He likes his Samoan girls.
Broad
She's
shoulder.
an island girl.
What about you, Benji? What are you swallowing from the match?
Swallowing. Naomi finally getting some comeuppance on Sonya Deville. I peeped that.
Right.
What else do I like? Selena Vega and the Madre Uchiha.
Yes.
I like that. And then also I'm gonna go with what's her name?
What's her name?
Who?
Benji's going with what's her name?
Michelle McCool?
Kelly?
Michelle Blue Lives Matter McCool. I'm gonna go with
Oh yeah. No, is that who you were thinking about?
No. I'm gonna go with oh my god, what's her name?
Rhea Ripley?
Rhea Ripley getting a little. Obviously I'm gonna go for Bianca, but I was hoping that at least Ripley would be in there for a minute.
Yes, same.
But the spot she had, I was pretty cool with. You got the little face tat.
Yeah.
There you go. Very nice, very eel. No one got the Denhausen reference, I guess.
No, I got it.
God, they just did,
Whatever, Benji. Fuck off. It's better than your comedy. No, but what is there anything else you want to swallow from the match itself, the match itself, guys? What do you guys think of the?
No, I thought the women's Royal Rumble was more entertaining than the men's.
Yeah,
for me,
same.
Yeah,
see, I think a lot of times people want a whole bunch of spots, like the Kofi spots and Naomi spots, but I feel like they sometimes less is more. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
I agree.
That way they were able to highlight Sasha and Melina or the epic stare down between Charlotte and Rousey, then getting eliminated 2 seconds later.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll shoot it back to you, Benji. Do you have any spits from this match?
I would have liked Melina to be in there a little bit longer when she was.
Same.
Yeah. I think we all would have.
If they were gonna do the back and forth little splits battle, I would have liked the camera not to cut off on her. I'm just saying.
Oh, because she did do the split on the outside, right? But the camera didn't catch it.
Right.
Oh man.
I don't know. I guess it was a little bit underwhelming. Just from the finish, I would have liked to see a little bit more build up. Maybe a little bit more of a fight towards the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
it kind of it was a little bit of a anticlimactic finish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
True,
exactly.
true.
But despite that, you had a lot of little moments. You had Lita and Shotzi, having a little moment. Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan,
Oh,
little
right.
reconnection there. The
Okay.
Bellas looking like they never lost it, just right back
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you had Alicia Fox come out. Like you had
Oh yeah.
there was like there's so many like you forget, and then like as you think about it, oh yeah, she came out, like even if it didn't have that many surprises, like it was still they made it work, I feel like.
Okay, well, to add to your point, a lot of people were complaining that they announced so many of the returning legends like prior to the match. I think going into the match, we had like 21 to 22 confirmed names. It was like, oh, we're not gonna have any surprises and all that stuff. I was still pleasantly surprised because I was not expecting Ivory. I was not expecting Mighty Molly. I was not expecting Melina. Like, and even though the rumors were persisting, I was kind of hoping there wouldn't be no Ronda, but she showed up.
Right.
I was really on the fence. Like, are we gonna see a Bailey return? Are we gonna see an Oscar return? Are we gonna see Trish show up? Because usually, like, unfortunately, when it comes to Lita and Trish, whenever Lita's around, people are always asking
Trish is right.
if Trish is there. They kind of go hand in hand. Unfortunately, but I kind of liked that there was no Trish, and then like Lita got her spot to like just kind of like be on her own because she's just as good, if not better, than Trish. What about you, Justin? Do you have any spits from the match?
I think the only spits I have is that like Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, like these are the workhorses for the women's division for the past like 6 months, and like for them not to really be like in a good position towards the end, and just kind of just be eliminated the way they did, I don't know, kind of made me feel a little salty too, because then like everything was kind of just given to Charlotte and Ronda towards like, the end. Like the build for the Final Four is always like when everything gets crazy, and like once Ronda got in, it was just like they kind of just rushed it just to be Ronda, Shayna, and Charlotte, like there was no like, okay, this is the Final Four, let's kind of like go at it and then kind of throw each other out. I don't know, it just seemed kind of rushed towards the end.
Was Bianca, was Rhea one of the final people with Shayna?
I can't remember.
Or was it Bianca? Or was it Bianca?
It might have been
Bianca, Shayna, Rousey, Charlotte, I think.
Because I know Shayna was one of them with Charlotte and Ronda, because Charlotte went ahead and eliminated Shayna and someone else at the same time. I just can't recall if it was Rhea Ripley or if it was Bianca Belair.
No, Bianca went out with somebody.
Okay. So then that might have been Bianca.
Yeah.
I have to go back. So like, YouTube, do not grill us. If we do not recall, man, like it's a lot of shit to remember.
It is. but
I feel like
I would like a build to the Final Four. That was kind of like my main thing.
Yeah, and to that point, I feel like there was an issue with the build to the Final Four in both Rumbles this year. Like,
oh yeah, for the men's for sure.
The men's for sure felt extremely lackluster. It just kind of felt like, oh yeah, we're down to 4, and then. But we'll get to the men's Rumble. Any other spits you guys may have before I go into my spits?
Yeah, I didn't like Lita's fit. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't like Skater Lita?
No, I mean like it was like Gadzooks. Remember that store Gadzooks?
Gadzooks.
Saying it was like she was like standing in front of the door and telling me about a 50% sale type of thing.
Oh my god.
Like. She can wear hotter clothes. I mean, like things that represent her. I don't know. I didn't like the Avril Lavigne. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Look,
I mean, it's not for everyone. I feel you.
I mean, like she had granny panties. You know what I'm saying? Like those granny panties.
And man, you know what? Granny panties ain't half bad if you know how to use them.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Grandpa Delgado.
No, man. You can't let granny panties like deter you, man. Like you got to push through the granny panties sometimes.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, you ask any girl, sometimes they just want to. Every girl has a pair of granny panties, and they always.
It's comfortable.
They're just comfy, man.
Like, they're just comfy. Yeah.
I will say, man, it's the fucking thing. Like, and I'll push through. Like, granny panties ain't no deal breaker for me. I love Lito's. I personally did. I was like lukewarm. Shout out to Justin on the lukewarm stuff. On her fit, I kind of liked the top, like even the pants. I just didn't like that they were like rolled. They were cuffed.
Ah, yeah.
That was the thing. They kind of like it looked a little lame, but yeah,
it was a little too baggy.
Yeah, but okay. I'm gonna go into my spits unless Benji has some more fashion spits out there.
Fashion spits. You know what? No, I don't really got anything else.
Cool.
On fashion.
Okay. All right. I'm about to go off a little bit. I'm spitting Sarah Logan. Like, what the fuck? Why was she in the match? Like, nothing against Sarah Logan, man, but she was the worst member of the Riot Squad. She didn't add shit to that fucking match. She was just like an empty spot. I don't care that she had a moment with Liv Morgan. I only care about Liv Morgan and Ruby Soho. I don't care about Sarah Logan.
Okay.
F Sarah Logan. 2, what the fuck was her fit? You want to talk about fashionable choices? The fuck was she wearing? The fuck was she?
Yeah,
like it looked
like the Vikings Raider. Like, remember she's married to the Viking Raiders.
Man, I wasn't feeling it. Then she had like the shaved, like dreadlock look, trying to look. Man,
she just got done playing LARP. You know that LARP, that cosplay LARP.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
that's
man.
what she was doing.
Nah, man, I wasn't feeling it. And then also too, she was added towards the end. Like she was one of the final competitors, and like in the 20s. And it's like, why have like I've always been opposed to having like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a non-consequential entrance towards the end, unless it's going to be added to like make another entrant look good, which it didn't. I just felt like she was just kind of there. Just to fill a spot, you know?
No, I agree.
No NXT. Specifically, Io. We haven't really seen Io do anything. Like, I think she should get called up. Raquel Gonzalez. I thought she might have been in there. Dakota Kai. These are just names.
Dakota Kai, yep.
Yeah, these are all names that aren't really doing shit in NXT right now and should probably be called up to the main roster at some point. And I don't know. We got used to seeing so many NXT call-ups like during the Rumble or just like shout-outs in the Rumble. So that was a little like surprising to me. It wasn't a deal breaker though, but I just kind of wanted to see Io because I thought I'd see Io.
Right.
Spit Charlotte Flair being in the Rumble match.
Like, oh my god,
that shit was fucking
coming so late too. 17, right?
Yeah, and it's like she was one of the final two. Like I don't give a like. I'm sorry, man. Like I don't know if the idea was let's put Charlotte in there. Kind of like what they used to do with Roman, just so that they cheer Ronda Rousey and don't boo her. You know?
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know if they were, like, trying to do something tactic. Was come on.
There's, like, a tactic, like a strategy that they were trying to do.
Yeah. Strategic?
Yeah. It was a strategic move on their part.
Hey,
yeah, but that's giving them too much. That's giving them too much credit, man. So I'm gonna spit her being in the Rumble. She's the champion. I don't care that Charlotte's in the Rumble. I care that the world champion's in the Rumble. Her motivation for being in the Rumble isn't good. I wasn't a fan of Brock being in the Rumble when he was, but at least he was entertaining.
Plus, the way they did it, the way they booked it was good.
Yeah,
for the Brock Lesnar one.
And at least with Brock Lesnar, you knew he was coming out number one. And with that Rumble, you had the Brock Lesnar like dominating stuff, and then Drew came out, Keith Lee came out. There were like little callbacks with like Shelton Benjamin, so they did it right. So they could have done it in a more interesting way to make me like be okay with Charlotte being in it, but I felt like she shouldn't have been in the Rumble. So
true.
And then a spit. Everyone having a new fucking theme and not knowing who the fuck is coming out, and that goes. And I'm prematurely spitting that in the men's Rumble too because that shit happened a lot. Because I'm like, the music will hit. I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, that's Carmella. Mm-hmm. When the fuck did Carmella change her song?
Right.
And then Liv Morgan came out and it kind of sounded like the original riff to her first theme song, and then it changes to something more fast paced. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then number 30 comes out, Shayna Baszler. I'm like, who is this?
She had a different song.
That was the worst one.
That was like
the worst
like,
one.
Who the fuck are you?
And her song was so good. You know what I'm saying?
It was so fucking good. And it fit her fit her perfectly, man. Fit her fucking perfectly. So that's one spit. And then I'm spitting Ronda Rousey showing up at the Rumble. Yeah, this sounds like sour grapes, but I just honestly don't care about Ronda Rousey. She's been gone for 3 years and I haven't missed her. And She came in, look, and it's one thing. Like, I'm not opposed to celebrities or other people showing up. Heck, I'm okay with Johnny Knoxville being in the Rumble, even though I was a little skeptical about it and like a little like resistant about it initially. But at least with at least not Johnny Knoxville was at least entertaining. You know, like at least he came in and went. The issue that I have with Ronda here winning, not only being in the Rumble but winning it, is that she's like knowing how they book her. They book her similar to Brock. She's probably gonna get that title at Mania. She's probably gonna have like a Brock Roman Reigns run, and then she's just gonna put a chokehold on that women's title division. And I don't know who the fuck will take the title off her. And it's like I don't think that helps anyone because she's gonna be gone in a year. You know, she's gonna do what she did last time. We've already seen the Ronda run. You know, she comes in, looks dominant, beats everyone. Then loses, and then she's gone. And it's like, there was no payoff. Like, we saw even with Becky, like, she just kind of, like, stormed out of the ring once she lost, you know?
Right.
Like, no selling the thing. And then she came in, looked kind of rusty. None of her elbows were hitting. None of her strikes were hitting. Like, she looked like Shane McMahon out there.
She didn't, like, it didn't seem like she trained enough to come out there.
It felt like she didn't care, you know? It felt like, to me, it felt like she didn't care. The only time I saw her care was when Shayna came out.
Okay.
And that was it.
Well, it's hard to know what somebody's going through. We don't know, you know? There could have been some type of emotional distress before, some type of problem. We can't judge that.
Nah, fuck Ronda. We spinning Ronda. We spinning Ronda on the show. If you want positive Ronda talk, go watch Young Kings Wrestling, which their newest Royal Rumble episode drops. So go ahead, check that out. If you want positive Ronda content over here, so
but you know what it is? It's to get these regular ass fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they want to sell out Mania. You know what I'm saying? The 2 nights at the at Dallas, which I don't think a lot of people are buying those tickets. By the way,
probably
because they would announce like, oh, tickets sold out like a long time ago. You right?
I don't think tickets have been selling out for WrestleMania prior, like months before Mania, like in years. Like,
well, I think the last time they were in Dallas, it did, and then I want to say
that was what, like 32, I think.
32.
Yeah.
And then obviously the James Stadium that sold out, and then you know, obviously, but
like had Ronda not won, who would you have liked to see win?
I was really feeling Naomi. Being the one to overcome the odds, the adversity from Sonya Deville, and then being number 1 contender and having a story that's already been in place but now have meaning, where Sonya Deville is basically the authority or the Vince McMahon, like heel authority figure, preventing the babyface, Steve Austin or Daniel Bryan, or in this case Naomi, get to that championship match, and the perfect heel wrestler champion would be Charlotte Flair. And it's a match, even if we've seen before, we haven't seen enough for us to like be like sick of it. So it's still fresh enough, and we haven't really seen Naomi in the title picture since she won the title in her surprise return in Orlando. What was it, 33?
Yeah,
I think, was it 33 or 34?
It was 33 or 34, but it was one of those. It was one of those manias, but we haven't seen her in that title picture, and it would have been a nice way to pay it off. 2, I would have been all for Bianca Belair, back-to-back winner.
That's what I was saying.
Those were my 2 like big picks, were like Bianca Belair and Naomi.
What about you, Just?
Yeah, I was gonna go with Bianca just to like put her back in the storyline with Becky. You know, kind of just continue that storyline. Had they not went with the Ronda route, who knows? Maybe they do a double spot thing again with Liv Morgan. They touch the feet at the same time, and then triple threat.
Okay, that would have been nice.
You know, just trying to go in to see what they've done in the past. You know,
you Benji?
I would have been happy with Bianca win, Rhea Ripley win. Shoot, even a Liv Morgan win, you know? So that would have been pretty dope.
I've seen a lot of people picking Liv Morgan on Twitter.
I liked Vince's little idea here. That makes Naomi's story bigger. You know, it would have been pretty good.
I don't want to take credit for the Naomi stuff because according to Matt, he was talking. He got the idea from Warren Hayes, and that he
Okay, so you know how I said I liked Vince's idea? I take that back. I like Warren Hayes' idea.
Okay, so Warren Hayes, I didn't watch.
Shout out.
I didn't watch the thing, but and that's where Matt got the idea. He liked it, and he sold me on it on the Go Home show for Smackin' Raw on 229. And then my sister, while we were watching the Rumble, I was like, "This is what I like to see." Hold up 1 second. But yeah, that's kind of what I would like to see. Is basically that. And yeah, just kind of go with the whole Naomi stuff. So it wasn't me that kind of like thought about this. I want to just go ahead and make it clear that I'm giving props to the proper people that deserve it. But I'm putting out their voices out here. You know, I'm putting out their ideas to share. At least I'm not plagiarizing and claiming their stuff to be my own.
Oh no.
Okay.
We know. We got you.
We got you.
We got you, homie.
You good?
Okay, guys. So overall, the match, Spit or Swallow. I think Justin, you said you were swallowing it.
I swallow it.
Okay, cool,
for sure.
Benji,
swallow, baby.
like I said, I'm gonna swallow the match and just take out all the unwanted onions from my taco that is Ronda Rousey. But yeah, gonna swallow the match. Moving on, we have only the third match on the card, and we've already been on this bitch for like 36 minutes. So we're going to speed run a little bit through these next three matches so we can get to the Men's Rumble. Becky Lynch, the current Raw Women's Champion, defending against Double D Doudrop. Winner was Becky Lynch. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm gargling this match because the entire match because I stepped away because of Becky Lynch. I didn't really care about Becky Lynch. Nothing against Doudrop. I'm not really feeling Becky Lynch right now, so I kind of used this match to start packing up all my equipment because I was recording Straight Talk. Cheap plug, go ahead and check out the new All-Star predictions for Straight Talk. I was recording that, so I was going ahead and packing up my stuff, and I was using that because I was watching it at my sibling's house. So I was like, oh, I'll use that time to like pack up my stuff, and then
then head out.
I'm going to shoot this over to Benji, the biggest Becky Lynch fan that I know, and let him tell me what he thought about this match.
Hard skip for me.
You skipped it?
You skipped
I have
this?
not watched the damn thing Becky Lynch has done since she came back. I refuse. Until Bianca gets her rematch, I don't care. I don't care. Shout out to Doudrop. Good for her, but I skipped it.
What about you, Just? You might have been the only person to watch this match.
I mean, to be honest, I didn't mind the match too much. I mean, it was kind of hard hitting match. It is what it is. It was kind of like another match you would see on Raw. You know what I'm saying? Typically Becky comes out in decent fits, but I didn't really like this gold member look that she was going with. You know?
You weren't feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it too much, so it's kind of I gotta say it's gotta be a gargle undecidedly.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm a gargle as well, just because I didn't care enough about it, and I'm not gonna stay here and unjustly spit a match I didn't watch. So I take the responsibility as the Salt and the Spit or Swallow very seriously, and won't unnecessarily spit stuff that doesn't warrant a spit. So gargle it is. So Benji, I'm guessing you're gonna spit just because you don't like
spit. Doesn't even come near my orifice.
Okay, so moving on to probably my it's tied or like runner up for favorite match of the night. Brock Lesnar, the current was the defending WWE champion versus the challenger Bobby Lashley. Winner was Bobby Lashley after some Roman Reigns shenanigans at the end. So many fucking things happened here. Like, first off, swallowing the fact that Brock Lesnar made Bobby Lashley look like his equal and made him look good. Like, Bobby Lashley took a German suplex to start things off after they were locking up in their test of strength and they proved to be even. But he got up quick. I've never seen anyone get German suplex by Brock Lesnar and pop up like nothing, you know? And then Brock Lesnar selling him getting a German suplex by Bobby Lashley, and he's like, okay, I see you. Like, being impressed by Bobby. The callback to the spot in the Fatal 4-Way match where Bobby Lashley tried to spear Brock through the barricade and he moves out of the way. The multiple spears. So just the whole match in general was getting a whole fucking swallow on my end. I love me some big meaty men bumpy meat. And when they bump meat on pay-per-view for a meaty championship like this, I'm going to love it. From the jump, it was great. I'm also going to swallow Paul Heyman treating Brock Lesnar like the side piece that he is. Because I've been saying this from the jump, that Brock Lesnar is the side chick. Roman Reigns is the main chick. Roman Reigns is the main girl for Paul Heyman. You know, sometimes you get into it with your main girl, and then your side piece hits you up. You're like, get a little entertained. You go over there. You
talk about it.
Okay.
Entertain some things. Yeah, Benji knows all about being a side piece. Or so Benji knows all about being a side piece and having a side piece. So like Benji knows both sides of that coin.
Whole game.
Literally.
Whole game.
He has the whole playbook. He has the whole playbook written out. He's the Greg Popovich of side pieces.
With that pick and roll.
Shout out to side pieces.
Shout out to all the side pieces out there for real. But yeah,
thank you for your service.
But yeah, Brock Lesnar was like the biggest side piece in the world. Obviously, I love that whole thing. Roman coming in there, like, fan-fucking-tastic. What about you guys? Where are you guys swallowing for the match?
I liked it too. I like the continuous storyline of because you know Brock and Roman are gonna come back and reset that storyline, and they have to find a way to get back into that rhythm again. So I like it. I mean, I like how the big pop when Paul Heyman had that smirk when he gave the title to Roman. So it was good. It was good. I thought it was great. And then of course we got Bobby Lashley having another championship, so that's also a bonus. So
two-time WWE World Champion,
Almighty,
Bobby Lashley. The almighty Bobby Lashley. I'm all about it. What about you, Benji? What are you swallowing, man?
No, man, I'm swallowing. Like, people are gonna remember the ending with Roman and Heyman, but like the build up to this, the 20 years they haven't fought and everything, and then how good the match actually was. I think people are gonna sleep on it, honestly. Because Lashley's been on fire. All right, he's from when he was doing the whole his sister thing with Sami Zayn and then the Leo Rush stuff,
the Lana, remember? And then the Lana,
the Lana. That could have been it for him, man.
When he blacked down Lana on live television in front of Rusev, Jesus.
But like he turned it around, man. Like he's been turning it around, and the fact that he got a good match out of Lesnar, of all people, like it's just.
I will say this, like Brock, if he don't like you, he won't work with you, or he won't have a good match with you. If Brock Lesnar likes you, you're gonna have a good match. Like just for pure example, he didn't want to wrestle Jinder Mahal, so they dropped the title to AJ Styles, and he had a match with AJ Styles instead.
Yup.
He didn't want to wrestle.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, so he didn't want to wrestle Jinder. So there's that. So
yeah.
So shout out to that match. I love that match. I thought it was great. Moving on to the fifth match of the card. Edge and Beth Phoenix taking on The Miz and Maurice. The winner was the Grit couple, Edge and Beth. Overall, I didn't really care for this feud going into it, so I didn't really care about.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling the feud. I just wasn't feeling the feud.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling the combination of Miz and Edge anymore. Like it was. I felt like I had already gotten my fill. I got my fix. Maurice and Beth was the one interesting dynamic between it, but like honestly, the one thing I cared about the most was when Maurice like bricked the fuck out of like Beth Phoenix that one like 2 weeks ago or some shit.
Right.
Like when she busted out with the break, when she hit it with the break, that was probably the only. That was the one thing, and it's like I don't know. I just didn't really care too much. care too much, so I'm gonna gargle the match in general. There wasn't really much that I wanted to spit or swallow. Like the match was solid, it was decent, but I just didn't,
I thought that was my favorite match of the whole night. Was the this mixed match challenge, and mainly because that you had four wrestlers in there who got really good chemistry, that know how to work, they know how to tell a story, and then you got all these combo moves from both of the couples. You know what I'm saying? And I thought they told a good story in the match. So props.
I'm gonna swallow Maurice's fit. Maurice's fit was fire.
Okay, you like that?
Yeah.
The all red Psylocke fit.
Yeah.
The all red Psylocke.
I'm all for. I'm a sucker for red. I'm a sucker for red.
Oh, okay.
I'm a sucker for red. I'm just saying that.
Big Eva Marie fan, huh?
Hell no.
Hell fucking no. Not that. She's probably the exception to the rule. Benji, what about you, man? How are you feeling about this match?
That's eczema red. That's eczema red right there. That's not kind of the red that he like.
I mean,
that's Shark Week red. That's Shark Week.
Wow. No, I'm gonna gargle undecidedly. All right.
Okay.
It was just the match was kind of just there for me. Again, maybe because I didn't watch any build up or like weeks before this, so I'm coming in just cold to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything before, unless the little previews they show ahead of time. But other than that, like, I mean, shout out to Edge, coming back. He's still doing his thing,
Yeah.
Miz is always gonna be the Miz. He's always gonna be solid. But anytime Maurice comes back, I'm there for it. You know what I mean?
There you go. So we're swallowing Beth and Maurice, and then we're gargling the match, Benji. Is that what we're saying?
Right.
Okay. Just you just swallowing the match in general because you said it was your favorite.
Oh
match.
yeah, I liked it. I loved it.
Okay, well, hey, look again. Just because we were indifferent, don't mean you can't love something as well. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
One person's spit is another man's gargle,
That.
or swallow in this case.
That's right.
There you go. So moving on to the final match in the main event of the evening, which was the Menswear Rumble, which was won by big booty Brock. He came out at number 30, just hammered everyone towards the end. I'm kind of like confused and undecided as to how I feel about the Men's Rumble, because there was some good in there that I really loved. There was some stuff that was just kind of there. And then there was just some stuff that I just didn't enjoy. So there was like a little bit of everything for me in that match. And it's just kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it. So at the moment, I'm gargling undecidedly unless one of you guys sway me in one way or the other. What do I swallow? No, yeah. What are you swallowing from this match? This is how we're going to start things off.
I think what I'm swallowing from this match that it happened.
Okay. Care to elaborate on that point, sir?
Oh, that was it.
That was Benji, do you have more insights on your swallows?
Well, okay. Again, prefacing this, but I haven't seen anything since SummerSlam. So a lot of people have different looks, different music. I didn't expect. My guy Rick Boogs cut his whole hair. Now he's a muscle guy.
Oh yeah.
That was a little jarring.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of Kofi.
No. We're talking about swallows.
Gargles. Swallows.
Is there any swallows that you have?
That's what I'm saying. It just happened. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Oh no, there is one.
What?
My swallow, my 100% swallow is Bad Bunny all day.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
Benito, yes, 1,050%. Bad Bunny coming out was the best thing. I'm sorry, I gotta reset. Yeah, like I didn't care. I did not care about the whole thing until Bad Bunny came out. To me, that's when it got lit. That's when the party started. It was all about Bad Bunny for me.
I get you. Okay, so I have a few swallows here. I'm gonna swallow the fact that we got AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura to start things off 1v1. I thought that was a little cool. I still liked it, despite what their WWE history is. I still like both wrestlers. I was geeked. Bad Bunny as well. I'm swallowing Bad Bunny. He came in, And I loved how this man knew how to fucking work at Royal Rumble. He came in like he just knew what the fuck to do. Like he got buddy with Matt Riddle, and then he gave him a Canadian Destroyer for his fucking troubles. He hit I think it was Dolph Ziggler, like hit Dolph Ziggler with like the drop step into the 619, set it up for Rey Mysterio. They eliminated him.
Yep.
And then he goes and tries to eliminate Ray. It's like, hey, you know, this is Royal Rumble. And then specifically, I want to swallow Bad Bunny going face to face with Brock Lesnar. What fucking world are we living in where we see Benito eat Brock in the same ring? And shout out to Benito, like, yo, he sold Brock Lesnar. He looked like he shit his Bad Bunny.
Oh, he's the same height. He's the same height.
Yeah,
they're almost the same height.
Bro,
he kind of shrugs a little bit, right?
From the picture that WWE shared, a lot of people were saying that it was photoshopped or whatever. But from that angle, from the way that picture looked, it looked like he was like bending his knees a little bit, and then he was hunching his back. And I even tweeted about it. I'm like, yo, if Benito stands up straight, he's probably taller than Brock.
I saw that.
Yeah. What about spits, guys? It seems like you have
talk about this picture, right? We talk about this picture right here. Oh no, I can't get it. That picture right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Benji who drew that right there.
Oh shit,
that's Benji right there.
Benji out here with the cartoon art, like the comic art. I like it. Benji, any spits from the match?
Spits, obviously the ending does there. Spit that. I'm gonna spit. I wasn't a fan of the Giant Knoxville thing. I'm sorry.
Okay,
you
that's
didn't
fine.
Like it, you mean?
He did hit one good nasty little forearm. I'll give him that. But other than that, it was just like whatever.
It was there.
Yeah, you know, just flopping in the wind. The next one, I'm gonna spit. Kofi missing that spot, man. Like
when he busted his sternum. That
was a tough spot. I'll give him that.
Let me ask you guys. Did it take the wind out of the sails for you a little bit when he missed the spot? Like, because I feel like for me, I was still feeling the rumble, and then it happened. I'm like, you know what? It reminded me to the feeling where you're watching the dunk contest and you're excited for a dunker, and he misses his dunk, and then misses his dunk. He misses his dunk like 2-3 times, and at that point, you're like, fuck, there goes all the energy and wind out of the sails.
That was J.R. Smith. Remember when he did it? Like he attempted like 18 times.
Shit, Birdman, Chris Anderson.
Oh yeah, There's what I'm saying. I meant Birdman.
Yeah. Birdman, Chris Anderson
took up the whole damn show.
Yeah,
no, but for me though, I kind of.
Oh, and real quick, Shane McMahon just being in this damn thing.
Say what?
That's part of my biggest bit. Shane McMahon being here.
Okay.
And his little Superman punch.
Whose punching was worse, Shane or Ronda's?
Shane 100%
because
he's actually trying. You know what I mean? This man gave Drew McIntyre 2 hits to the throat. He hit him twice in the throat.
Jesus.
Nah, man.
He
was in here for why? For why?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why was he there? Just to fill a spot? They had other people ready too. You know?
Yeah. Where the fuck was Finn? His one spit. It's like, where the fuck was Finn Balor?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like you said, like I think they could have brought up some NXT people here, you know, in this one.
Yeah,
but
they've had LA Knight, they've had Roderick Strong, they've had Tommaso Ciampa and Pete Dunne show up for dark matches and main event WWE main event tapings. Like, why not debut him there?
I will spit one last thing. I kind of wanted a moment between Dominic and Ray. You know,
what the fuck was the build up to that spot if they weren't actually gonna be in the ring together?
Right. Like I wanted to see him. Like maybe he's gonna throw him out, maybe not. You know, just something, some interaction between them. I would have liked to have seen.
Benji, it's gonna make you want to spit that whole fact even more, knowing that for like the last 2 weeks or so, they've been teasing that exact storyline and they didn't pay it off.
Yep.
He replaced Dominic with Benito. You know what? I ain't mad at it, but come on, man.
Hey, yo, you know, quick shout out to Rey Mysterio giving his mask for the evening to Benito in a sign of respect. He posted on his IG.
Dope.
Yeah, he gave him his mask from the Rumble. sign of respect. Just any spits before I go into mine.
Oh my God, there's so many. I mean, like, first off, do they even know who Dahlia Dawkins is? Because he came out with the wrong.
Oh
name.
wait, you mean Angela Dawkins?
I'm saying Angela Dawkins. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all.
Bro, you don't even know his name.
Who that is. Do I even know his name?
Dahlia Dawkins.
Anyway,
I'm like, yo,
so I'm over there hating on that. What about me? Okay, but anyway. No, but yeah, do they even know who he is?
Yeah, coming out to Montez Ford name.
Exactly, yeah. And then here's the other thing too. I knew that this men's Royal Rumble was gonna be fucked up because where was AJ Styles' best? The man just came out there in a shirt. You know what I'm saying? He came out like, oh, this is a house show. Oh shit, no, it's the Royal Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't care. He was there for a paycheck. And anytime that a wrestler does that, it's gonna be ass.
Yeah.
Because it's like you want to see the phenomenal one. Say, how could he do the hair flip? It has no effect.
Yeah, he kind of needs the hoodie to add to
that's what I'm saying. You need the hoodie. How can you do that with just the fake ass cotton shirt that they got? Anyway,
right.
And then they had that. Omis's spot, man. It took like how I understand they're trying to build him, but man, come on, that took too long.
I will say that I was watching it, and my girl was saying like that's just fucking stupid. Like that man should be able to toss every single person out of that ring except for that one tall dude. And I think I think she was talking about Damian Priest and Rich Holland. Like
right.
He should be able to toss anyone. It's like, oh, but
Rich Holland was the guy in blackface.
Yeah, so he had a black mask, a black face mask, like Kobe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't blackface because you know how Sheamus broke his nose and he was wearing the mask. So it's kind of like to pay that off because he had his nose broken by Ricochet at the last pay-per-vieiew. So that's what happened. At day one, he got his nose broken, and just fill that out. I get it. It does look like blackface from a distance, but it was one of those Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kobe face masks.
Yeah, like the Rip Hamilton type of mask, but just colored.
Yeah. What else?
Wait, was Sheamus is the same? Okay, anyway, I'm trying to think now. No, the other thing too was like the whole thing with Shane McMahon, just punching air. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first try to like master Street Fighter or any of those games, you just punching. That's what he looked like, just punching whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what Shane McMahon's health condition is. I don't know what religion he celebrates, but the man looked like he just got done fasting for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. His energy, normally he's like pumped. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, my dad told me to be here. I got to be here,
Okay.
Yeah, so, normally he's like bloated and like.
That's what I'm saying.
Red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So adding to the Shane McMahon spit slander, I'm gonna spit the fact that Shane eliminated Kevin Owens. I felt like Kevin Owens should have been one of the final people towards the end, like one of the final 6 or so people. Right. Adding Kofi, the botch spot, that's a spit just because you feel for Kofi. But Wale did tweet, and he's like, you gotta think. Like you have like the hit or miss ratio, the success ratio for these spots. You get one shot, and out of all of the ones he's had, and he's hit all of them, and except for this one, that's just credit and a testament to Kofi Kingston as an athlete. It's like,
no, I'm not hating on him, but I am hating on those people on the front row for dry snitching.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
They
should play into it. They should be like, yo, no, he's in. But all these motherfuckers in the front were all like, no, he's out. This man, get your privileged motherfucking in. You know what I'm saying?
Specifically, we gonna spit that Natalia fan that always be sitting ringside. You know who I'm talking about? Like the dark skinned dude with the glasses and long hair, always has a Natalia shirt.
Yeah.
Benji, go back and watch that Rumble. Go back and watch that Kofi spot. There's that one fan there with like a black Natty shirt, and then he's always there with a Natalia shirt.
These are the creepers. I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
These are the creepers.
For real, man. Like, shame on him. Shame. Snitches get stitches. I'm gonna go ahead and spit so many wasted spots by men that I felt like shouldn't have been in the Rumble. Guys like Mad Cat Moss, why the fuck are you in the Rumble? Like, added to Johnny Knoxville. Like, even though he had an entertaining spot, really shouldn't have been in the Rumble. I know he's your boy and all, but why the fuck was Rick Boogs in the Rumble? And if he was going to be in the Rumble, why not put him earlier in the Rumble match as opposed to being one of the last people towards the end? And it's like, I don't fucking get it. Like, and again, like I mentioned with the Women's Rumble, like so many people coming out with new theme songs, or like guys that I've never heard their theme song before. So I couldn't, like, that's the whole hype about the Royal Rumble. You get the countdown, you hear that theme song, and you instantly know who it is before it hits. And you didn't really get a lot of that with the Rumble. Like, when Randy came out, you got it. When like with Matt Riddle came out, you got that. AJ, Shinsuke, I was like, oh, I know who the fuck that is, you know? Mm-hmm. But you didn't get that with a lot of people.
I'll be honest, when Bobby Roode or whatever his name is came out, I didn't know that was him.
Oh, because they don't use Glorious. They use the dirty dogs.
Like, it's a remix. Yeah. It's a remix of their Glorious shit. With
it's just a bad mashup. Remember we used to have 2 tapes and you record something on the radio? Then you try to mix it on the boombox? Mm-hmm. DJ press play. Am I too old? Or?
How old are you?
Oh, man. But yeah.
Did I just show my age?
You showed your age for sure, man. But
37. 37 is. I'm not in the middle age group yet.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna.
Oh, so you're 37. You look good for 37, like
yeah, man. Oh, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the aloe vera. You know what I'm saying? you know how it is in our culture. Vicks Vapor Rub.
Vaporu.
What we do. That's it.
Is that the key to everyone's youth? Is the Vaporu?
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? At least for me.
Vaporu. Okay, for sure. But to wrap things up, I do want to say my final spit is guys being some of the final wrestlers that shouldn't have been. Guys like Shane and Otis being at the end that really shouldn't have been. Like, I love Bad Bunny. I'm okay with him being towards the end because he filled his role. But you should also include guys like a Big E that was in there for a cup of tea and didn't really stay too long.
You're right.
KO, like I mentioned, not staying long enough. Shinsuke being in the Rumble early, but getting eliminated up until like the 3rd or 4th pick, like quickly as fuck. Yep. There are so many guys, and it happened with the Women's Rumble as well, that guys that I felt like, oh, these are legit guys that I can see win the Rumble. Realistic options to win the Rumble weren't at the end. The only ones that I really thought about was like, would they really give it a Drew? I don't think they'd give it a Drew. And then, according to the rumors, Riddle was the original guy they had penciled in to win the Rumble. So
yeah,
shit, I would have taken Riddle, especially because if Riddle would have won, I would have won the Royal Rumble pool, but I didn't. So fuck everybody.
That's right.
Fuck everybody. Overall, men's Royal Rumble, spit or swallow?
The overall whole thing.
The match. The
match. Oh yeah. Oh, spit.
I'll spit.
I'm gonna swallow it because I did gargle it initially, but I'm gonna go ahead and swallow it because I kind of was already with the mindset that Brock was gonna win the Rumble. So when he showed up and won it, I wasn't surprised or upset. So for what it was, you know what? I'm a gargle. I can't fully swallow.
I mean, I'm not upset with the. Like, the win sucks overall on a personal wrestling fandom. But bigger picture, I understand why they did that. Same thing why they got Ronda. Because they're trying to sell out WrestleMania.
That too. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, with that being said, guys, we are at the conclusion of today's episode. Overall, spit or swallow, Royal Rumble 2022. What's the final verdict?
Oh, man. This is the hard part. You know what? Because of the matches... Forget the Rumbles, but the matches for me sold me, so I'm going to swallow it.
Benji?
Despite the endings, I'm going to swallow it, actually.
All right. Well, I was going to gargle the pay-per-view. There's a lot to swallow, but the only thing that really just like annoyed me of the entire pay-per-view was the Ronda Rousey spot. So again, the Rumble win of itself, we're going to treat them like solid tacos that you let get a little too cold and you didn't notice that there was onion. So you make things work, you know? You make things work. So I'm gonna swallow the pay-per-view. So as per the spit or swallow regimen, we're going to go ahead and swallow Royal Rumble 2022, which is contradicting to a lot of podcasts out there because I'm sure a lot of people are spitting and just like hating on the Royal Rumble this year, but it's the Royal Rumble. It's still my favorite pay-per-view of the year, and it's still fun
Yeah,
for what it
not
was.
not every Rumble is gonna hit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
not
saying?
every Rumble's gonna hit. You know, like sometimes, you know, you get the running of the mill Rumble. It's fine.
Yeah, like the original Royal Rumble in '88. Did that hit?
Probably not.
Yeah, did 1990?
Probably
You know
not.
what I mean?
But yeah, guys. So overall, Royal Rumble is a swallow for us here on the Smackin' and Raw podcast and Spitter Swallow. Guys, quickly, Justin, I'm gonna let you, and Benji, I'm gonna let you guys plug all your stuff, but we're gonna start with Justin because Get Your Podcast returned.
That's right. That's right. We dropped an episode discussing the same thing, the Royal Rumble, but in our unique way. When it's been like we spent a little bit of time talking about it, but not too much. We also like do a thing called Get Your Confessionals, where Jay asks us a bunch of weird ass questions, like, you know, like what awkward thing would you buy from the grocery to make the cashier feel like, you know, awkward. You know, and then like in the sweaty session, you know, where we, you know, do our own thing, and you know, we did our own AEW mixtape on that one.
Hey,
So check us out. We're available on all the podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Podbean, Stitcher, all that shit. You know, check us out.
For sure, for sure. Me and Benji, I've already started the episode. I think I got up until when you were talking about Bad Bunny and the Men's Rumble.
Okay.
Or was that before or after you guys were talking about like Would You Rather stuff?
That the Royal Rumble was before.
Okay. So I think I got up until the Get Your Confessionals. I got to finish up the rest of the episode. But so far, very entertaining stuff, very funny stuff. So go ahead and check that out.
Thank you, sir.
Check
Thank
that
you,
out.
sir.
Benji, you got some fire stuff on Instagram, right?
Thank you. Yeah, you want commissions, you want a little merch, you want a little something, a little design, whatever, hit me up at Benji Calavera at TikTok. I mean, on Twitter, you can even find me on TikTok. You can find it on Instagram. Just hit me up.
Okay.
You know, yeah, that's what I got going on right now.
All right, sounds good. As I mentioned at the top of the episode, we are the YouTube exclusive show from the Smackin' Raw podcast. We are the abridged version of Smackin' Raw podcast, Better Swallow. So go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you thought of the Royal Rumble. Did you spit or swallow the Royal Rumble? What did you spit? What did you swallow specifically from the Royal Rumble? Let us know. Use the hashtag spit or swallow. Don't worry, there are other stuff that will be coming up with that hashtag, but there's still wholesome stuff on there as well. So with that being said, as per usual, per Justin from the Get Show podcast and Benji Calavera from TikTok, I am the Salt and the Spitter Swallow, Mr. SES Vince, Daddy Delgado, and the one true Pornhub Poppy. That's been Spitter Swallow. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Later, y'all.
Saca la bosa.